What the hell are you waiting for? Seriously, stop for a second and ask yourself, how many moments, how many days, how many years have you let slip through your fingers? How many times have you told yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, only to wake up a month later in the same damn place? Listen, time is the one thing you will never get back. It's ticking away right now as you sit there listening to me. And the difference between those who win and those who stay stuck is this. Successful people take massive, immediate action. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't waste time thinking about what they should do. They move. And that's exactly what you're going to do today. Because if you keep sitting on the sidelines, if you keep making excuses, then one day you're going to wake up and realize you wasted your shot. And that is the worst pain of all. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Time is the most valuable resource you have. Unlike money, material possessions, or even physical energy, time is the one thing that once spent can never be replenished. Every second that passes is gone forever, and yet so many people live as if they have an infinite supply of it. They waste hours scrolling through social media, binge watching shows, or engaging in meaningless conversations that add no real value to their lives. They wake up every day believing they have all the time in the world, only to realize years later that they have achieved nothing significant. Think about it. If you lost money, you could find a way to earn it back. If you lost a job, you could apply for another one. If you lost a physical possession, you could replace it. But time, once a moment has passed, it is gone forever. And yet, we treat time with less respect than we do our finances. We carefully plan how to spend our money, but we mindlessly waste our time. If someone took $100 from your wallet, you'd be furious. But when someone steals an hour of your day with pointless drama or distractions, do you react the same way? You should, because that hour is more valuable than any amount of money. It's part of your life, and your life is measured in time. The way you spend your time determines the quality of your life. The most successful, fulfilled, and happy people understand this fundamental truth. They guard their time like it's their most prized possession because they know that how they invest it will determine their future. They don't waste time on negativity, procrastination, or meaningless activities. Instead, they focus on growth, progress, and creating something meaningful. Every second you waste is a second you could have spent working on your goals, building relationships, improving yourself, or creating something that matters. You could have used that time to learn a new skill, strengthen your health, or take action toward your dreams. But instead, too many people let their days slip away without purpose. They say, "I'll start tomorrow," as if tomorrow is guaranteed. They let distractions steal their focus, and bad habits keep them stagnant. The truth is, your time is running out. Right now, as you read this, the clock is ticking. Every second that passes is another second closer to the end of your life. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. You need to realize that your time is the most precious thing you own. You need to start treating it like it matters, because it does. You need to stop wasting it on things that don't serve your purpose, your goals, or your happiness. People who understand the value of time don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They don't spend hours mindlessly consuming content, they produce something valuable. They don't wait for permission to chase their dreams, they take action now, because they know that every wasted moment is an opportunity lost forever. If you want a better life, you must start by taking control of your time. Audit how you spend your days. Are you investing your time in things that move you forward, or are you throwing it away on distractions and excuses? Every choice you make is either pushing you closer to your goals or pulling you further away. It's time to stop treating time like it's replaceable. It's time to start using it like your life depends on it, because it does. There is no right time. The only time is now. One of the biggest lies people tell themselves is that they need to wait for the right time to take action. They convince themselves that they'll start their business when they have more money. They'll get in shape when they're less busy. They'll pursue their dreams when they feel more confident. But the harsh truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is no magical time in the future when everything will align perfectly for you to start. The only time you have is right now. Waiting for the right time is just an excuse to delay action. It's fear disguised as logic. It's the voice in your head telling you that you're not ready yet, that you need more preparation, that you need to wait for external conditions to improve. But let me ask you, how long have you been waiting? How many opportunities have you let slip away because you were waiting for the perfect conditions? How much time have you lost because you were afraid to take the first step? Successful people don't wait for the right time. They make the time right by taking action. They don't let fear or uncertainty hold them back. They understand that the only way to create momentum is to start moving, even if they don't have all the answers yet. They know that action creates clarity, and the sooner they start, the sooner they will figure things out. Think about this. If you had started working on your goals 6 months ago, where would you be today? If you had committed to improving your health, learning a new skill, or building a new habit, you would already be miles ahead of where you are now. But instead, too many people hesitate. They convince themselves they need to wait until they feel ready. But readiness is a myth. You'll never feel 100% ready, and if you keep waiting for that moment, you'll be waiting forever. Look around at the most successful people in any field. Do you think they had all the answers when they started? Do you think they were completely prepared, completely fearless, completely certain of their path? No. They started before they felt ready. They took the leap, figured things out along the way, and learned through experience. The difference between them and everyone else is that they didn't wait, they acted. Every day you wait is a day you will never get back. Every moment of hesitation is another moment lost. The sooner you accept that there is no perfect time, the sooner you will free yourself from the chains of procrastination. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Wasting time means you don't want success badly enough. Everyone says they want success. They say they want financial freedom, a great body, fulfilling relationships, and a purpose-driven life. But when you look at how they spend their time, their actions don't match their words. They say they want it, but they waste hours watching TV, scrolling through social media, sleeping in, or engaging in meaningless activities. They talk about their dreams, but when it's time to put in the work, they find an excuse. The truth is, if you're wasting time, you don't want success badly enough. People who truly desire success act like it. They don't just say they want it, they prove it with their actions. They wake up early, they put in extra hours, they invest in themselves, and they eliminate distractions. They don't waste time on things that don't move them forward. They don't sit around waiting for motivation to strike. They create their own momentum. They understand that success isn't given, it's earned through discipline, consistency, and relentless effort. Think about someone who has achieved greatness in any field. Do you think they spent their time aimlessly? Do you think they made excuses for why they couldn't work on their goals? No, they treated every moment like it was precious because they understood that time is the currency of success. They knew that every wasted hour was an hour they could have used to get better, to grow, to take one more step toward their vision. If you're wasting time, it's because your desire isn't strong enough. When you truly want something, nothing can stop you. You don't need motivation because the vision of your future is enough to drive you. You don't get distracted because your goals are too important. You don't let fear hold you back because you know that action is the only way forward. But if you find yourself procrastinating, making excuses, or constantly distracted, you need to ask yourself, do I really want this, or do I just like the idea of it? Most people want success as long as it's convenient. They want the rewards, but they don't want to make the sacrifices. They want the benefits of discipline, but they don't want to give up their bad habits. They want to be successful, but they're not willing to do what it takes. That's why they waste time, because deep down, they haven't made the real decision to commit. Success requires obsession. It requires an unshakable commitment to your goals. It requires waking up every day and asking yourself, what am I doing today to move forward? It requires cutting out everything that doesn't align with your mission. It requires replacing distractions with focus, excuses with action, and comfort with discipline. If you are serious about success, you need to prove it, not with words, but with how you spend your time. Every time you catch yourself wasting time, ask yourself, is this moving me closer to my goals? If the answer is no, then you need to stop. You need to take control. You need to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Because if you're wasting time, you're not serious about your success. And if you're not serious, you'll never get there. Comfort, distraction, and excuses are killing your potential. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. The moment you become comfortable, you stop growing, you stop pushing yourself, you settle for what you have instead of striving for what you could become. Most people are trapped in comfort. They stick to routines that don't challenge them. They avoid discomfort at all costs, and they live their lives in the safety of what's familiar. But success doesn't live in comfort. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, television, endless notifications, meaningless conversations, they all pull you away from what truly matters. The world is designed to steal your attention. Companies spend billions to keep you glued to screens, to keep you consuming instead of creating, to keep you entertained instead of focused. Every time you get distracted, you lose momentum. Every time you let your focus drift, you delay your progress. The people who succeed are the ones who take control of their attention. They eliminate distractions. They protect their focus like their life depends on it, because it does. Your potential is limitless, but if you continue to choose comfort, allow distractions, and make excuses, you will never reach it. You will stay stuck in the same place, watching others achieve what you could have had, knowing deep down that you wasted your own potential. The only way to break free is to take full responsibility for your life. You have to stop blaming circumstances, stop waiting for motivation, and stop giving yourself an easy way out. The truth is, discomfort is where growth happens. It's in the struggle, the challenges, and the difficult moments that you become stronger. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who lean into discomfort instead of running from it. They do the hard things. They push through resistance. They train their minds to be stronger than their feelings. Excuses are comfortable, but they are also deadly. They keep you stagnant. They give you a false sense of relief while robbing you of progress. If you continue to justify why you're not taking action, you will look back years from now and realize that you wasted your potential, and that is a regret you don't want to live with. Successful people take massive, immediate action. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary results and those who remain stuck in mediocrity comes down to one thing: action. Not just any action, but massive, immediate action. The people who rise to the top don't wait for the perfect plan, they don't overanalyze, and they don't waste time thinking about what they should do. They move. They take bold, decisive steps forward. They understand that progress comes from doing, not from endless planning, not from waiting for the right time, and not from hoping things will work out. Most people hesitate. They think too much. They wait for certainty before they begin. They convince themselves they need more time, more resources, or more confidence before they can act. But the truth is, clarity comes from action, not from thought. The only way to learn, to improve, and to get closer to your goals is by moving forward, taking risks, and making adjustments along the way. Think about anyone who has ever achieved anything great. They weren't the ones who sat around waiting for the stars to align. They weren't the ones who made excuses. They were the ones who took immediate action even when they didn't feel ready. They were the ones who got up every day and did the work no matter what. They didn't let fear, doubt, or uncertainty hold them back. They understood that hesitation is the enemy of progress. When you take massive action, you create momentum. And momentum is the force that turns small steps into unstoppable progress. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you move closer to your goal. Every time you hesitate, procrastinate, or delay, you lose ground. The most successful people in the world move fast. They don't wait for permission. They don't second-guess themselves. They trust that they will figure it out as they go. The problem is that most people are addicted to comfort. They don't want to take action because action requires effort, and effort means stepping outside of what feels safe and familiar. But success doesn't come from comfort. It comes from pushing yourself to do the things you don't feel like doing. It comes from taking risks, from failing and learning, from putting yourself out there before you feel ready. Every time you put off taking action, you reinforce the habit of hesitation. You train your brain to delay, to overthink, to wait instead of act. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. The only way to break this cycle is to force yourself to take action immediately. Make the phone call, start the workout, launch the business, send the email, do whatever needs to be done right now. Stop waiting, stop thinking, stop delaying, just do it. People who succeed don't need motivation to act. They don't wait until they feel like doing it. They act because they have trained themselves to move forward no matter what. They know that motivation follows action, not the other way around. The more you move, the more energy you create. The more you push yourself to take action, the more momentum you build. Taking massive action doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you need to have all the answers. It means you start now, you move forward, and you correct course along the way. Most people are so afraid of making mistakes that they never start at all. But the biggest mistake you can make is not taking action. The longer you wait, the further you fall behind. The only way to win is to move forward before you feel ready, before you have all the information, before the conditions are perfect. You don't need more time. You don't need more information. You don't need more confidence. What you need is to act right now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes, and the more opportunities you miss. The ones who succeed are the ones who understand that success is built on action, not on waiting, not on thinking, not on hoping. It is built on the relentless pursuit of progress. Every moment wasted is a moment lost forever. The time you waste today is gone forever. You can never get it back, you can never redo it, and you can never make up for it. Every second that passes is a second you could have used to move closer to your goals, to improve yourself, to build something meaningful. But once that moment is gone, it is gone for good. The people who understand this truth live differently. They don't waste time on things that don't matter. They don't spend hours scrolling through social media, watching meaningless TV shows, or engaging in pointless conversations. They value every moment because they know that time is the most valuable asset they have. Most people don't realize how much time they waste until it's too late. They convince themselves that they have plenty of time. They believe that they can always start tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week turns into next year, and before they know it, years have passed and they are still in the same place. They look back and wonder where all their time went. They regret the opportunities they didn't take, the actions they didn't commit to, and the dreams they let slip away. Every moment wasted is a step further from the life you could be living. Every time you choose distraction over focus, every time you choose procrastination over action, every time you let fear stop you from moving forward, you are stealing from your future. You are choosing a life of regret over a life of achievement. The people who achieve their goals don't have more time than you. They have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference is in how they use it. They make every second count. They don't waste time on things that don't align with their vision. They don't let distractions pull them away from their purpose. They don't allow themselves to fall into the trap of thinking they have time to waste. Think about the last 24 hours. How much of that time was spent on things that truly moved you forward? How much of it was spent working on your goals, improving your skills, strengthening your mindset, and taking action toward the life you want? Now think about how much of it was wasted on things that didn't matter. Mindless scrolling, watching TV, worrying about things you can't control, engaging in negative conversations. Every moment you wasted is a moment you can never get back. There is no such thing as neutral time. Every second you spend is either pushing you closer to your goals or pulling you further away. The choices you make in each moment determine the direction of your life. The people who succeed understand this at the deepest level. They don't allow themselves to waste time because they know that wasted time is wasted potential. It's easy to tell yourself that a little wasted time doesn't matter, but wasted moments add up. One day of procrastination turns into a week turns into a month, and before you know it, you've lost an entire year. And the scariest part is that most people don't even realize how much time they are wasting. They convince themselves that they are busy, that they are working hard, that they don't have time for anything else. But being busy doesn't mean being productive. Just because you're doing something doesn't mean you're doing the right things. The people who succeed don't just work hard, they work smart. They make sure that their time is spent on things that actually move them forward. They eliminate distractions, they cut out unnecessary tasks, and they focus relentlessly on what matters most. They don't let themselves fall into the trap of thinking they have more time than they do. They understand that time is slipping away every second, and they act accordingly. Discipline, not motivation, is the key to success. Most people think they need motivation to take action. But that's a lie. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It's easy to feel motivated when things are exciting, when everything is going well, when the goal feels fresh and new. But what happens when you don't feel like it? What happens when you're tired, frustrated, or overwhelmed? That's when most people quit. And that's why most people fail. The ones who succeed don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. They do the work whether they feel like it or not. They don't wait for the right mood, the right moment, or the right energy. They understand that action creates results, not feelings. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to. It's getting up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's sticking to your workout when you don't feel like training. It's putting in the extra hours when no one is watching. It's saying no to distractions, temptations, and excuses. It's choosing long-term success over short-term comfort. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunities. They fail because they lack discipline. They give in to their emotions instead of controlling them. They do what feels good in the moment instead of what will get them closer to their goals. Discipline is what separates the best from the rest. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who always feel motivated. They are the ones who have trained themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. They understand that every decision matters. Every time you skip a workout, make an excuse, or put something off, you are reinforcing weakness. Every time you push through, show up, and get it done, you are reinforcing strength. The choice is yours. Your results are a direct reflection of your discipline. If you are inconsistent, if you only take action when it's convenient, if you let your emotions dictate your actions, you will never achieve lasting success. The key is to build habits so strong that you don't even think about whether or not you feel like doing something. You just do it. You train yourself to operate on a higher level. You eliminate the option of quitting. You become the type of person who follows through no matter what. And once you develop that level of discipline, you become unstoppable. Discipline, not motivation, is the key to success. Most people think they need motivation to take action, but that's a lie. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It's easy to feel motivated when things are exciting, when everything's going well, when the goal feels fresh and new. But what happens when you don't feel like it? What happens when you're tired, frustrated, or overwhelmed? That's when most people quit, and that's why most people fail. The ones who succeed don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. They do the work whether they feel like it or not. They don't wait for the right mood, the right moment, or the right energy. They understand that action creates results, not feelings. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to. It's getting up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's sticking to your workout when you don't feel like training. It's putting in the extra hours when no one is watching. It's saying no to distractions, temptations, and excuses. It's choosing long-term success over short-term comfort. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunities. They fail because they lack discipline. They give in to their emotions instead of controlling them. They do what feels good in the moment instead of what will get them closer to their goals. Discipline is what separates the best from the rest. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who always feel motivated. They are the ones who have trained themselves to take action regardless of how they feel. They understand that every decision matters. Every time you skip a workout, make an excuse, or put something off, you are reinforcing weakness. Every time you push through, show up, and get it done, you are reinforcing strength. The choice is yours. Your results are a direct reflection of your discipline. If you are inconsistent, if you only take action when it's convenient, if you let your emotions dictate your actions, you will never achieve lasting success. The key is to build habits so strong that you don't even think about whether or not you feel like doing something. You just do it. You train yourself to operate on a higher level. You eliminate the option of quitting. You become the type of person who follows through no matter what. And once you develop that level of discipline, you become unstoppable. Time will pass anyway, so use it wisely. Whether you take action or not, whether you go after your goals or stay the same, whether you push yourself or waste time, the clock keeps ticking. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. Before you know it, another year has passed, and you're either closer to your dreams or stuck in the same place. The scary part is that most people don't even notice time slipping away until it's too late. They think they have more time. They believe they can always start out when you procrastinate. But later turns into never, and they wake up one day on things that don't matter. Every moment that passes is a moment you can never get back. You can lose money and make it back. You can lose opportunities and create new ones. But time, once it's gone forever. That's why successful people treat their time like the most valuable asset they have. They don't waste it. They don't spend it on things that don't align with their goals. They don't let distractions, negativity, or procrastination steal their future. Most people act like they have unlimited time. They put off their dreams, delay their goals, and convince themselves that they can start later. But later is an illusion. There is no perfect time. There is no ideal moment. The only time you have is right now. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who understand this. They don't wait. They don't waste time debating, hesitating, or overthinking. They take action today. They move forward even when they don't feel ready. They make the most of every second because they know that time will pass no matter what, and they refuse to let it pass without progress. Think about where you were 5 years ago. Did you use that time wisely? Did you grow, improve, and push yourself? Or did you waste it telling yourself you would start later? Now think about where you'll be 5 years from now. That future is being created by the decisions you make today. If you waste today, you are stealing from your future self. If you take action today, you are building a future you can be proud of. The time will pass anyway. The question is, will you use it to create the life you want, or will you look back with regret? The time is going to pass anyway. 5 years from now, you'll either look back and say, I'm so damn glad I started, or you'll be drowning in regret, wondering where all those years went. You can't buy back time. You can't rewind it, but you can decide right now that you're done wasting it. That from this moment forward, every second counts, that you will act, move, and create the future you deserve. Because no one's going to do it for you. No one's coming to save you. It's on you to take control. So are you going to keep watching from the sidelines, or are you going to step up, take action, and own your life? The choice is yours. This is Tony Robbins, Track N, and if you're ready to stop wasting time and start winning, subscribe, take action, and make it happen now.